Sir.
Okay. Well, I'm very happy with the win. I thought we we knew Lamar was a very good basketball team, and our only two losses coming in were at Baylor and at Texas Tech. So a team that we've struggled with the last 3 years, and they've got a great player in Lloyd, and what a matchup between her and Custer. Both of them great all-around players. Both of them get double-doubles. So you know, that's the third time we've had to battle back from a pretty big second half deficit. Tonight might have been the biggest, down 13 with 11 minutes to go. So you know, I just thought we hung tough. We were struggling to score, obviously. We hit 2 of our first 20 shots, but our defense kept us in the game for the most part, and we finally started hitting some shots. And of course, Custer goes 21 and 18, and you know, 4 assists. Plays all 40 minutes. I think it's the first time this year we've had to play her all 40 minutes. And you know, the nice thing about Jess is she's, you know, we're playing her at the 3, but she also had to play some 4 today with Megan Palmer out. And I'm very excited that we won 3 games with our second leading scorer and rebounder unable to play due to an injury. So you know, Elena Gumbs obviously was huge. By far her best game, and Elena's got a little ice in her veins and isn't afraid to step up, and she hits, you know, a huge shot. It's really the game-winning shot, 3 ball after she had missed her 3 previous threes. So for a freshman to have you know, the courage to still take that shot speaks volumes for her, and we need her. We need her to play better. She's a better player than she's played, and we don't win the game without her today. And Nikki Maduka defensively was very, very good again. So all in all, I'm, you know, really happy with the win. We've got a very difficult, you know, this is a tough stretch with 3 games in 5 days. Our players haven't had much rest in between games, and haven't had, you know, unfortunately when you win, you like to have more time between games so you can savor the win. When you lose, you can't wait to get back on the court. But you know, got a huge challenge ahead of us going to Texas A&M coming up next. But this was really a nice win for us.
Coach, you mentioned time and time again about the team developing patience, showing some patience, offensive, defensive. It looks like today it showed it when they needed it in the second half.
Good point, second half, because first half we were impatient. We took some really ill-advised shots, and that's part of the reason we were 2 for 20. Now, we did miss some shots in that stretch that were good looks, but we also took some ill-advised shots early on, and fortunately this team has really committed themselves defensively. Lamar comes in here averaging 71 a game. They get 56, and that's been the key to our winning streak, has been our consistent defense, because our offense remains, unfortunately, the only consistent thing about our offense is its inconsistency.
Coach, talk about, I guess, along those inconsistent lines, is Elena Gumbs played this season? She's kind of been up and down, but she's been a freshman point guard. Just talk about dealing with her.
Well, Elena's a very coachable kid, and she's very intelligent. Like, when I took her out for that ill-advised pass she made, she knew what she did wrong, and she doesn't, you know, wilt when I get on her, which is important for a point guard to be mentally tough, and she is. She comes from a military family, and she's got a great mentality for a point guard. And you know, I feel like, and I got on her timeout, she's playing 2 east-west instead of being aggressive and attacking and playing north-south. And by golly, she responded to that and got a little more aggressive, and some good things happened for her when she did that. And that's the kid we recruited. In her defense, she's been hurt with shin splints that usually shin splints only last 5 to 7 days and they'll go away. Hers have not, and so she's playing in pain, and you know, when you're in pain, it affects a lot of things you do on the court. You know, when you can't, you know, explode and push off and do things that, you know, especially a guard, affects a guard more. And you know, but she's tough. She's battled through it. She hadn't been asking to sit out of practice, so really happy for her to have that type of game and that type of success. And that's important. You know, that allows us to play her and Jessica Goswitz on the floor at the same time. A lot of teams that we've played have had two smaller guards in the lineup. I don't know how much we'll see that in conference, but that in essence allows us to move Jess back to the 2 a little bit. And one of the shots, the one shot Jess made was Elena was handling the ball and got Jess a shot. So it gives us a little more versatility with Elena stepping up and playing better. And Zoe Rogers has stepped in and done an admirable job for not playing much prior to Megan Palmer getting hurt. And today wasn't one of her better games, but she still was solid with 7 points, 8 rebounds. 26 minutes, no turnovers. So once we get Megan Palmer back, Zoe's confidence has gone up, and Alyssa Lang had some solid minutes. Alyssa got 19 minutes today and hit a big 3 for us, and we were struggling to score. So, and then that with that rotation, that allows us to keep Custer at the 3 spot, which we would prefer to keep her.
Coach, that was a gathering of minds in our last 2 minutes of the team that was out on the floor to finish the game, which is something that you keep asking them about, mentioning to them they got to finish what you start. In the last 2 minutes is pretty much where they were.
Well, usually you tend to stay in a tight game, you tend to stay with the players that are on the floor unless somebody fouls out. At least that's the way I like to do it. And I thought that group, we kept talking about, even when we were down 54-50, hey, when Elena hit 2 free throws, 54-50, hey, we're only 4 down, we got to keep getting defensive stops and then come down and get good possessions. And fortunately, we were able to do that. Defensively, we hold them to, they shoot the 3 ball really well. I mean, they average 24 3-point attempts a game. They shoot 30 today, and 8 of 30 is below their season percentage. So, and they go 3 for 13 from 3 in the second half. So, I think I thought they're a very good transition team. I thought for the most part our transition defense was good. It needed to be good. And that group that finished the game, they were battling, and I like the fact that this team has battled back. Even though it has been at home, battled back in the second half. I hope we don't make a habit of that, but the fact that they've done that should instill a lot of belief and confidence in them that if they'll just keep working and keep staying tough on the defensive end. And we kept trying to tell them that. We were hoping that the shots would start falling, and obviously they did in the second half. We shot 44% the second half. We're still struggling to line, 13 of 24, 54%. I mean, we're really hurting ourselves. But I like the fact we're getting to the line and we're staying aggressive, and we felt foul trouble. Lemon Lloyd played 33 minutes. If she didn't get into foul trouble, she'd probably played 40 minutes to match Custer. So little things like that sometimes help over the course of a game.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Happy New Year, guys.